Start here. One bit there. Can you believe we've had 30 years of EastEnders? 30 years! For 30 years we've laughed, we've cried. Not at EastEnders, obviously, no. We've just stared at that dispassionately like a dog glancing at a skirting board.
Oh, it stinks in here, doesn't it?
A lot's changed since the first episode was broadcast in scintillating shito-vision back in 1985.
Oh, come on, Mum. It wasn't Arthur's fault they closed the factory down and no one wanted his dinky.
In 1985, we were stuck in a Cold War with Russia. We worried about terrorists. We fretted about the divide between rich and poor. And there was an increasingly unpopular Tory in Downing Street. Whereas these days, we've got all of those things, plus Nando's and Wi-Fi. Anyway, to doof up some interest, contemporary EastEnders held a special novelty Death of a Teenage Girl week in which it unveiled the killer of Lucy Beale, daughter of fish and chip mogul Ian Beale, a man so luckless and downtrodden he stands out as a shit magnet even on Albert Square. Poor old Bealey boy's been shot, cuckolded, beaten up, widowed, bullied, blackmailed, turned into a tramp, and now his daughter's been murdered. No wonder he's had a complete mental breakdown.
What is that?
This is your Auntie Pauline. Anyway, Who Killed Lucy is just the latest in a string of nail-biting questions posed on EastEnders. We've all got our favourites. Who could forget Alfie, what's the time?
Alfie, what's the time?
How do I get it so that I'm a rally driver?
How do I get it so that I'm a rally driver?
And the spine-tingling, you're going to go full-time at the chicken shop?
You're going to go full-time at the chicken shop?
Don't know about you, but I was up all night worrying about that one. Anyway, this being a sprawling whodunit, there was a square full of suspects. Was it Drew Barrymore, Alan Shearer, Tintin, Zoella, Sean Locke, Clara Oswald, Lord Sugar, Nick Grimshaw, Alex Jones, Boris Johnson, Vladimir Putin, or HSBC? They all had a motive, probably. Having spent the best part of a year building up to the big reveal, the tension was kept at a peak with an insane number of scenes in which someone was about to utter something important.
I found something out.
What? Only to have to suddenly clam up when another character came in.
Dad?
Oh God, this is worse than working in an open plan office trying to slag someone off by the photocopier. You just can't get it done, there's no privacy. Look!
No matter what I do, I can't get it out of my head.
Get what out of your head? Yeah, get what out of your head?
There you are.
Oh God, not Ben Mitchell again. What is this, Interruption Street?
Do you still think that I killed her?
If that's Ben Mitchell, tell him to f*** off. As the climax loomed closer, they stopped pussyfooting around, and direct accusations and false confessions flew about the square like startled starlings.
She knows.
Knows what?
Well, you killed Lucy. You know I killed Lucy. Lucy was killed in this house.
I don't know nothing about who killed Lucy. Dad thinks I murdered Lucy.
She killed Lucy. He killed Lucy. I killed Lucy.
Oh, I'm starting to think I killed Lucy.
Hope I got away with that double bluff. No one suspects me.
Hello?
It's me.
Oh, Ian. What's up?
I know.
What do you know?
You killed Lucy.
Shit, sorry Ian, I've got to go. Ben Mitchell's here. The other main gimmick was that the episodes contained special live elements indicated by a hashtag in the top right corner. The trouble with the live element was that while it was undeniably nail-biting, it just made you even more keenly aware that what you're watching is a work of fiction, especially when the cast accidentally refer to other characters by the actor's name, as Tanya Branning did here.
How's Adam?
Yeah, how is Adam? Oh, not another interruption. There isn't even anyone there. The potential for mistakes like that to be broadcast live made the cast understandably anxious. In fact, several of them looked like they were going to be sick with nerves, and some of them actually were. Better out than in. Luckily, Shane Rich is such a pro, he wasn't fazed at all when Kat started vomiting. He just called in an understudy to finish off her lines.
Stace, do you want to take over here, please?
Anyway, the night of the big reveal, the show pulled out all the stops, unleashing the sort of crime wave London hasn't seen since the 2011 August riots. Mick Carter beat off Dean in the basement of the Vic until his horrified daughter pulled him off just to make it stop, while Dot shockingly confessed to killing her son Nick.
I've killed my son.
Then turned the air blue, flinging 4-letter insults at her fellow cast members.
You can't!
Oof, that's a bit strong. There were also some Easter eggs for fans.
You heard me. Get him up, pup.
The anniversary special opened with an homage to the very first episode, featuring identical sound effects and dialogue.
Oh, it stinks in here, doesn't it?
Oh, it really stinks in here, doesn't it?
Cool, you'd have thought they'd have fumigated the place in the intervening 30 years. And there was also a gasp-inducing scene in which legendary character Kath returned from the grave for a face-to-face conversation with Phil she could have held on the phone.
Hello, Phil.
Oh, at last, two people in the middle of nowhere. At least no one's going to interrupt this scene.
Please, Phil. I've got to go.
Oh, God, if that's Ben Mitchell, tell him to fuck off. Topping it all was a sort of flashback Crime Watch reconstruction special, which spookily flashed all the way back to April 2014. Do you remember April 2014? Oh, it was like a different age, wasn't it? We hadn't heard of the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 6 Plus, and Lucy Beale was still alive for a bit. Turns out on the night she died, Lucy Beale bumped into absolutely everyone in the world and had a shit time with all of them. The shock twist came when the whole thing turned into an episode of Kids Do the Bloodiest Things, as teeny Bobby Beale was revealed to be the killer.
Whatever she says, she started it. She made everyone unhappy.
Yes, Bobby had whacked Lucy round the head with a flimsy-looking music box and inadvertently killed her. He must have a heck of a swing on him. He's the next Tiger Woods. In fact, he's just like Tiger Woods. He's a lady killer with blondes falling at his feet. Poor Ian was stunned. Oh, cheer up, mate. Don't think of it as losing a daughter. Think of it more as gaining a murderer.
I love you too.
Oh, he's the sweetest killer since refined sugar. All things considered, EastEnders Anniversary Week was something of a triumph. The cast pulled it off, the integration of live elements was seamless, the reveal was genuinely electrifying, and the majority of viewers seemed satisfied. Apart from a few oddballs who complained to Ofcom, not because the killer was a boy, but because unlike every other plot point, which is spoiled in advance on the covers of gaudy soap mags, Bobby Beale's guilt hadn't been signposted enough for their liking, which is the whole point of a whodunit, otherwise it's a no-dunnit. Still, let's not get carried away. I mean, it was good, but anyone can do live television. In fact, all my studio links this week are going to be performed live, starting now. Cue live link. Yes. Fuck. Sorry. Yes.